Hey guys, hope you're having a great day. It was a great life out here
Well,
today.
as a great life. Now, you were starting to tell me something before we
Yeah,
started.
so this is the song Spinning Wheels by the band Blood, Sweat, and Tears, which apparently are another great horns band that people were telling us to hit after we've hit a bunch of Chicago.
Ooh,
people
okay.
have said comparable horns, if I'm thinking about the right band. If not, don't put me at the stake. Either way, this song in particular came out in 1968.
Oh,
So I am
okay,
freaking
cool. It's a great
excited,
era.
dude.
Yeah, if you're not subscribed, hit the subscribe button. We've told you this. You studied for this test. You know what to do. It's like some buttons. There's also a bell. A lot of buttons. Hit as many buttons as you can. Find as many buttons, even in your house. Just hit the microwave, like the 30-second thing on the timer on the door.
And the AC. Like, I'll put the fan on. Turn it off auto. Let's live on the edge today.
Let's do it.
Hey guys, sorry the video did get blocked. It will be on Patreon for free. There is a link in the pinned comment. Again, on Patreon for free. Link right there on the pinned comment and link in description. See you there.
Goodness gracious. That was interesting to say the least.
Yeah.
At least the ending. Like,
Yeah,
not just the
thing.
last 30 seconds, but like the last minute and a half was
Yeah.
very avant-garde for sure.
It felt kind of, for the beginning of, for one, I loved it. It felt kind of like a guy falling down the stairs gracefully, at least from the drums.
I could definitely see that.
Like somehow landing and then walking into a strut. And I'm like, did you do that on purpose?
Because it feels like clumsy. Like
Like
it's
yeah,
landing, but
Yeah, he's like, whatever happens, but it's going to happen gracefully.
it feels almost like jazz, where you hit like a note that could be the wrong note, but no, because it depends on the next notes you play. Do they follow suit? So it's
True.
almost like playing yourself rhythmically into a corner, but then like landing a good downbeat and then going into a new
Dude,
motif.
it feels like having to, like, let's say you go on a date for the first time and somebody's
Yeah.
like, all right, you have to incorporate, I wonder how big carrots can get into the sentence and not make it awkward.
and he's somehow lead it into that.
Like some sort of like self-imposed challenge, and he's
Yeah.
like, oh, I got this.
That is legit what it feels like for the drummer. Like his entire role is that. Freaking their use of horns. It feels like this band is so freaking tight. Like almost like you have like you know, the stereotype of like a bedroom guitarist. It feels almost like that, but for a band, where these guys have been jamming a bunch in this dude's garage, whatever. They got a warehouse. They're playing so much. They're getting really, really good, really tight, really avant-garde, and they're like, this is just so out there. Like they feel extremely tight. All those stops, like all those like horns that had like these weird like vibrato wiggly moments. Like all of it was so freaking cool.
What are we rating it? You ready?
Yes.
3, 2, 1, A
B+.
minus. Very close. About as close as we could be without being the same thing.
Accurate AF.
What made it B+ for you?
I think just the fact that it was such a freaking fun song. They were having a great time. They had so much cool groove in. The guy's vocals was so charismatic, so relatable, and felt like a guy, like you go to a bar and you're watching a local band play, and it's almost the optimal voice that could possibly be.
Yeah.
Like, they had a great voice.
When I was listening to it, all I could think was it kind of feels like I'm watching a Disney movie, but like not like an animated Disney movie, but this is or maybe it is an animated. Either way, it feels like I'm watching a movie where the main character is like 16, 17, and he just met some like drunk at a bar who's like, oh, I'll tell you about how relationships work, and they continue like walking through the kitchen and causing chaos, and like a scene like that, like High School Musical, but here's how to not upset your girlfriend.
Yeah, or like the general like stereotype of like the inevitable, like, oh, like, yeah, you get married, then it goes to shit, like whatever you think like a drunk uncle would rant about relationships at a bar to a random youngster is like that. He's like, you're not old enough to be here, but oh, here's a beer, oh, here's a shot of what
you're not even old enough to be here.
You want a pickleback though? You want a pickleback? Like,
since you're here,
yeah,
we do have pickleback.
exactly. This was fun.
Oh, he does sound like the guy who would give you a pickleback for the first time,
dude.
For sure.
For sure. I'm not sure how the last like 30% of the song like scales in terms of if you're not listening to the full album / have the vibe of like, oh, I'm committed to this whole like listening session where we have all these songs before, all these songs after, where like it makes sense.
I'll tell you this. For most of it, there was no way that in my head I go, I'm just not going to ever listen to this part of it. Like once I've experienced it once, I don't need this again.
Yeah.
Until he goes, oh, that wasn't very good, huh? And now I'm like, now it makes, like, now I might listen for that part.
Yeah, like that might help you get to the end. Like it might get like the listen time up to like that mark, but like that ending point makes it worth going through that.
Yeah, on occasion.
Because like exactly, because like by the end they're like, what was that? Like, oh, like let's keep it though.
Yeah,
because it makes you take it less serious and kind of gives you the mental space to actually just enjoy it for what it is and not take it also so serious.
I agree.
Fun song though. I'm curious what else they have. I freaking love the horns.
Horns were great. Definitely on par with Chicago as far as like cool instrumentation.
I think so. And,
for
like,
sure.
How they add texture and stuff, and
this is just fun.
All of it.
What is it about exactly?
I have no. Well, I think part of it is like from the beginning, something like let the wheel spin. Almost like life goes, like what comes up must go down. I think it's almost a matter of like not forcing things and not feeling like pressure of, oh, a thing has to go a certain way, or, oh, this is kind of bad. It's like, yes, you stubbed your toe, it's gonna hurt, but let that wheel spin. Don't worry so much about the fact that it's gonna hurt. Just let it hurt.
Dude, I wish I had a drunk uncle. Most of my uncles drink, but they're not that fun.
Really?
The problem is they're not sad enough to be fun. Like, I feel like I need the drinking to come from sadness and not from I like wine.
Yeah, I have a couple uncles who drink, and it feels like it's from a little bit of like wholesomeness. Which
I'm like, can we get back to the '60s when there was just an uncle that your family's like, we don't talk to him anymore? You know,
let's get one of those in here. Yeah. Tell us about relationships, and then horns.
And horns. It seems somehow worse. Either way, let us know what we need to hit next. Let us know what you think. It's a very interesting song, so I'm curious your perspective.
Yep.
And with that, we'll see you in the next video.
Peace.
All right, you guys know the deal. If you want to follow this A&A train, it's going to be right here. A suggested video right for you guys. It's specific for you, Tom. This one's for you. Some Tom. I'm not sure which Tom, but on there. And then if you want to go on Patreon, less than a cup of coffee, support your boys. Come on there. Great music. We'll see you.